Welcome to solverfy.
Okay, so problem 36 starts us off here with an image of a blood vessel. So that's our vessel, right? And a body cell. So there's our cell, and we're given the potential pressure of oxygen for each of them, and the potential pressure of oxygen in the vessel is 46, and we have the exact same potential pressure of oxygen in the cell. Okay, now oxygen typically transfers down a gradient, right? But these are equal, so there's no gradient for the oxygen to travel down, which means that our cell is not currently getting oxygen, which we want to fix. So then the question really becomes, how can we increase the potential pressure of oxygen in our blood vessel, or how could we decrease the potential pressure of oxygen in the cell? Okay, and one thing we could do is if we adjust, or that we, I mean our bodies naturally do, is by adjusting the pH balance of the vessel. Okay, so if we adjust the pH, okay, so we're going to go ahead and adjust the pH here. This will cause more CO2 to hang out in our blood, right? And if we look through our choices here, we can see right away that choice D sort of mentions adjusting the blood pH. And one of these outcomes is that the partial pressure of the CO2 decreases, right? So if the partial pressure of CO2, which should be about 45, and in the vessel should be about 40, were to decrease, right, then we're going to get less carbon dioxide exiting the cell and more of it staying in the blood. So that's why we get an increase of CO2 in the blood. And that increase of CO2 in the blood sort of reduces our hemoglobin affinity for oxygen, right? And when our hemoglobin reduces its oxygen affinity, so if we have our sort of hemoglobin here, and it's normally got the iron and oxygen sort of bound together. When it reduces its affinity, it's sort of spitting out those oxygens, right? It's releasing it for the cells to take up. So it's getting rid of its oxygens, and all those little oxygens can then scurry on over to our cell, giving the cell more oxygen, which is exactly what we wanted. So the letter choice we want to select here is D.